morning. Things have been pretty rough the past couple of weeks. I'm gonna talk in this video about things that have helped me feel better, things that I'm still anxious about. I won't be talking about my ex or the details of our relationship or the breakup itself, because when it comes to YouTube, I never got to a point where I included him in videos. He never agreed to be in videos. So I'm not gonna talk about him because I want to respect his privacy and I don't want to paint anyone to look like a bad guy or look like a victim. We both have our own versions of the same story. I am just going to show you my process of living through mine. In like the 3 or 4 weeks leading up to the breakup, I had a lot of anxiety because of it that manifested in physical ways. Like when I get really anxious, my stomach gets upset, I might get nauseous, and I really wasn't able to eat in those weeks leading up to the breakup. I was having a hard time taking in as much food as normal, not because I couldn't keep food down. I really wasn't hungry. I didn't have an appetite. And so I tried to listen to my body and give it what it needs. I didn't force myself to eat. I just tried to eat what I could. Things have slowly gotten better. I'm definitely not used to eating as much as I was before, and I'm trying to be mindful of the things that I do eat so that my stomach is the least upset that it could be. Following the breakup, I started to feel better physically. It took some time, but I was eating more. I wasn't as anxious. And in the past 2 weeks, I've tried to do things that would help me feel better, spend time with people who care about me, who I care about, do things that might be fun, so you'll see clips of that. But it has been up and down, which is normal. Healing, no matter what kind of loss you're experiencing, is never linear. Nothing in life is ever linear. It's never a straight path upwards. It's always gonna be ups and downs. Right now, I feel like I'm in a downward roller coaster going down part of the curve. For a couple days now, I've felt a little bit more anxious. I'm feeling okay physically in this moment, but we'll see how things go. And I think something that's important in a time where you're grieving a loss is to be kind to yourself. Being kind to myself or taking care of myself has never been something I've been good at. I've always put other people's needs ahead of my own. Once my ex and I broke up, I really wanted to focus on myself instead of him. I'll do that in most of my close relationships. I'll put other people's needs above mine. I am trying to do things that are nurturing for my soul, help me feel better. I'm lucky to live with really supportive parents who are helping me as much as they can. There's no point in making yourself feel worse if you're already going through something that is really difficult. And so I wanted to say, make sure to be kind to yourself always. No matter if you're like the happiest you've ever been or the lowest you've ever been, you should be kind to yourself. And it's not easy. It's something that takes constant work. Of course, I have friendships that I'm nurturing, but now that I no longer have that romantic relationship, that was a really significant part of my life. I mean, we were together for over 5 years, and so it's a pretty big loss. And I'm in this position now where I have to mourn the relationship we had, the good parts of it. What they say is absolutely true, that when it's over, you only think about the good things. But we broke up for quite a few reasons, actually. And I also have to mourn what I thought my future would look like. It's very destabilizing to go through something like this when you've been with someone for a really long time. I'm just trying to do things to make me feel like me again. And within the past 2 weeks, I have felt like myself. I've had good days, really good days, and then I have bad days. I think it's also important to feel what you're feeling. If you need a moment to cry, then cry. If you need to punch something, then punch it like a pillow. Don't hurt yourself or anybody else. After the initial shock of breakup, I will admit I did want to spend all day in bed. I was lucky enough to be able to take a few days off work. When I did work, I was using a laptop and I was working from my bed instead of just getting up and sitting at my desk. If you need to do that for a couple of days, I think that's fine, as long as you don't let yourself stay in that place mentally and, well, physically as well. It's important to get back into a routine. For me, that included skincare, going for walks, things that feel good to you, that are part of your normal routine, then do them. If you need a couple days, take them, but then get back into a routine. It'll help you feel more like a person. I remember reading, going through a breakup or a heartbreak is kind of like withdrawal, where you're no longer getting cues from your partner partner that bring you happiness, like when they text you good morning, when they text you good night, or I miss you, or I love you, you're not getting that anymore. And so the heaviness that you feel is because you're not getting that anymore. You are also grieving, you're mourning both the good stuff that you have lost, the relationship, the time, but also what your future could have looked like with that person. And so I've been trying to do things that will bring me happiness, things that I look forward to. I have incredible friends, and I don't know how I would live without my friends. They're really supportive and make me laugh, and they're always available if I need to talk about my feelings. One of my best friends, Joyce, and her husband, right at the beginning of my breakup, they bought me a few things from Amazon. They sent me like some journals and a book. They also sent me these affirmation cards, also from Amazon. I'm sure you could look these up and you'll find them on Amazon if you want them. It says on the box, "Listen, bitch," affirmation cards to remind you who the fuck you are. Every morning what I've been doing is shuffling the cards, grabbing one, and then I end up writing in my journal for a little bit. So that's something that has actually really helped me. If you're also like me and you are an anxious person, writing down how you feel helps. If you have friends or family that you can talk to, that is always a really good thing. In this video, you'll see me basically trying to get my life back and trying to feel like myself again. And it will be a roller coaster, but I'll be fine. If you're watching and you're going through something similar or also difficult, even if it's not a breakup, you will also be fine. It might be difficult at first when you're going through a breakup to know if you made the right decision, if you are the one who decided to end things, and if you are the person who is on the other side of that. If you're angry or you were blindsided, it might be a little bit more difficult to process and go through, but the important thing is that no matter which end of the breakup you're on, you need to process your feelings. However you do that is up to you. Whatever works for you might not work for someone else. And so I'm sharing what helps me. I will share in this video the things that make me feel better, but that doesn't mean that you watching are going to have the same process as I do, which is totally fine. You just have to find things that work for you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Talking out loud helps me even though I'm not talking to anyone. I know that what I'm saying will reach someone, even if it's just one person. Thank you for being here. Something else I forgot to mention, one thing that will help you for certain, no matter who you are, no matter what kind of activities make you feel better, time. Unfortunately, healing doesn't happen overnight. As you go through a difficult time, you just have to give yourself time. Of course, try to take care of yourself, but it's normal to go through phases of sadness, happiness, anger, and then start all over again. It's normal and expected. Today, my mood is it's always up and down. It has been since everything started. But instead of being just sad, I'm starting to realize things that kind of make me angry, but I'm angry because they hurt my feelings. I'm just kind of up and down, and I'm making plans with friends and trying to take care of myself. And one way to do that is take yourself on solo dates. If you wanted to do something specific for a long time, just take yourself. There's a cafe near my house that you can go and get some food, but they also have ceramics you can paint, like mugs and stuff. And that's what I'm gonna do. That was really fun, and I'm happy with what I painted. It should be ready in about a week, she said, but they're gonna call me when it is ready. I just wanted to say I feel better after having taken myself on a date. So if you're going through something similar to what I'm going through, then doing things that you think would feel good, that would make you happy, bring you joy, do them. Even if you're not used to taking yourself out on a date, it doesn't matter. Other people won't judge you. Just do whatever makes you feel happy. It's currently Saturday. I'm going to be getting ready to go out for dinner with one of my friends, Steph. You'll meet her soon. I really like going out for dinner. That's one thing that I enjoy making plans for. So I'm just gonna be getting ready and like I guess talking to you at the same time. Maybe not the whole time because this is pretty new to me, getting ready and like talking. It's been I think like a month since everything really started happening. I have had some trouble eating since things started happening. I was just having a lot of anxiety physically, so it was really hard for me to eat normally. It's just kind of hard to get back into eating as much as I was before, and my energy is just not it today. I feel really like, I don't know if tired is the right word, and I don't know if sad is the right word either. I just feel like kind of meh. I'm sure I'll feel probably better seeing my friend and having fun with her. I've never gone through a breakup before. I know that ups and downs are normal. Nothing in life is linear. Recovery, healing. This feels so weird getting ready and talking to a camera at the same time. I just have to pretend I'm like FaceTiming one of my friends. That's what I'm doing. I'm FaceTiming one of my friends right now. When the breakup actually happened, I was feeling the word that I can think of to accurately describe how I was feeling is like heavy. It was really hard to focus on tasks, especially at work. If you don't know, I have a full-time job. It's normal to go through ups and downs. It's normal to feel like completely fine one day and then not the next. I was talking about this with my friend the other day. Right when I first was going through the breakup, I was like looking up videos and like web pages about getting over heartbreak and things like that. One thing that is pretty common is to distract yourself, fill your time with distractions, which is a good strategy, but to a certain extent, because you don't want to be distracting yourself so much that you don't feel your feelings. You have to process your feelings in order to move past them. If you distract yourself too much, you'll not think about the things that you should be thinking about. I'm sorry for the lighting, but I have to turn on my mirror light. So distractions are nice, but you definitely want to feel your feelings. You don't want to push them aside because then you'll have to deal with them stronger later on. In order to heal, you have to move through. You can't just forget. Do things that you find meaningful. Spending time with your really close friends is one way to be distracted, but also be doing something that brings a lot of meaning to your life. Being with your family, doing things that just mean a lot to you. Yoga, for me, was always something that has helped me heal. Try not to suppress your emotions. I know it's not easy for some people. I've always been the type of person to feel my feelings. I'm not shy to do that. I'm also not shy to talk about my feelings with my friends. I think it's really important to share how you feel. It just helps you process. Keep in mind that you'll have an easier time down the road if you process how you feel. If you're not sure how to do that, look it up or watch videos. Something that I find helpful will not necessarily be helpful to you. What is meaningful to you? What can you do that will actually help you and make you feel better, and also make the process maybe a little bit easier right at the beginning? A lot of what helped me was talking to my friends, especially my best friend Joyce. You'll meet her one day. I don't think I would have been able to get through everything without her. Maybe you're not the same. Maybe you don't want to talk to people. That's fine too. Just do stuff that is meaningful to you, personally meaningful to you. Now I'm gonna continue getting ready and stop talking because I'm wasting a lot of time talking. Okay, I'm just in my car waiting for my friend to come down so that we can go to dinner. Even though it's a camera, just like talking about how I was feeling made me feel better. And also getting ready, even if you don't have anything to do, getting ready as if you're gonna go out is also really helpful. I'm glad that I'm going out because now I do feel a bit better. It is now nighttime. We went out for dinner to this restaurant called Entre Deux. It's in Montreal. So Steph's boyfriend works at a different restaurant called Mano Cornuto. It's also in Montreal. And they have really good Italian food. So we went there for dessert basically, but they also gave us pasta because whenever they see Steph, they're like, well, time to give you some more food. That's what we did, and now I'm just walking back to my car. Steph stayed behind to stay with her boyfriend. I don't remember where I parked, so I'm just walking around to try and find my car. It was really fun, and I actually feel better after having been out. So it's just one of those things, you might not feel like doing it, but then when you're actually in it and you're out and you're having a good time, then you just feel better. Good morning. It's not morning, it's past 12 o'clock, but that doesn't matter. Last night was really fun, except this morning I woke up around 5 o'clock and I was feeling nauseous. I'm not 100% sure why, but I think it's maybe because both of the restaurants that we went to last night, we shared a lot of different food. I didn't like overly stuff myself, but I had a lot of different foods and I'm just not used to eating like that anymore. I also last night had with dessert, but it was like around maybe 9:30 p.m. or something. I had an iced latte. I asked for decaf. I'm not sure if it was decaf because I only fell asleep after 3. I just maybe overdid it a little bit. I feel okay now. I took Pepto-Bismol and I managed to sleep a little bit more. I had a really good time besides the aftermath. I'm just gonna take it easy today. Today's Sunday. I haven't done my affirmation cards yet, so I'm going to pick one and then I'm gonna journal and I'll just take it easy the rest of the day. Today's card reads, "Don't waste a drop of energy trying to change someone else." There are people willing to do what you need them to do, even if it is changing a behavior. But sometimes you just have to listen to the card and don't waste your effort if you don't see the change that you need to see. Next weekend, I have an appointment on Saturday to get my hair done. So I'll probably take you along with me then, as much as I'm comfortable filming in public, because still I'm just, you know, it's not embarrassing if you're not embarrassed, but I'm still embarrassed. Okay, this is kind of random, but something else that helps me feel a little better is taking care of my plants. If you're a plant mom like I am, then this might bring you comfort. Right after the initial shock of breakup, I kind of neglected my plants a little bit. None of them died. It's just that I took quite a few days to actually do the tasks that I needed to do, like water them and stuff. When I finally got around to it, I actually found that I felt better. I have a couple of plants that I need to water. There is no flattering way to film this, but I wanted to add that even during times of healing, you will go through ups and downs, no matter what kind of loss you're experiencing. And it's okay to go through those down times. I feel like this is really vulnerable for me because I'm still very new to YouTube and I'm not doing this for attention. I want whoever is watching this video to feel not alone in what they're going through. People's lives online are generally just the happy moments, and you don't really see the sad ones that often unless someone chooses to share it. If you're experiencing a difficult time, or if you have a moment where you just need to cry, if you're in a space that is safe for you to do that and you're comfortable doing it, then do it. It's healthy to let out your emotions. It's okay to show them. Just know that you're not alone and there are people, even though they're strangers to you, even though someone watching this might not know me, you're not going through what you're going through by yourself. If you have no one to talk to, turn on a camera and film yourself talking to that camera, even if you don't do anything with that footage, even if you delete it, because just talking out loud is helpful. If you're in a position where you can't afford therapy, but you would like to engage in some kind of therapy, just talking to yourself as if you were talking to a therapist is helpful. If you're watching this and you're going through something difficult, just know that you're not alone and you're going to be fine. Good morning. Today I'm going to get my hair done. I am chopping it off to my shoulders and dyeing it red. I'm just kidding, I'm not doing that. I'm just adding more blonde. There's blonde at the bottom of it, but I'm going much lighter, which I'm really excited for. I'm not doing like a super drastic post-breakup transformation, but I'm still really excited and I'll show you some clips, but I'm still uncomfortable filming in public. So you'll mostly see the end result. And I was gonna film while driving, but that just seems dangerous. I also don't have like a car mount for my phone or anything like that. So I'll just show you the end result. So I just parked my car to just quickly say, I'm gonna get my hair done. Okay, I'm in a parking garage, so like you can't see shit really, but this is my finished hair. This lighting isn't good, never mind. There we go, now you can see it. This is what the final hair looks like. It's definitely more blonde, but it looks like it should be my hair. So I'm really happy about that. It looks really good, and I think the grow out will be good too. It is more maintenance than the blonde that I had before, but I don't mind. I'm gonna end this video here. I just wanted to say, if you are watching and you dealing with something difficult, all you can do is your best, and it's okay to have moments of sadness. It's okay to have ups and downs. It's definitely normal to go back and forth between emotions. Just take it one day at a time. That's all you can do, and with time you'll feel better. I hope you enjoyed this video. I forever hate outros, but I really hope you heal. Bye.